beat Finland 5-0. Anders Keller scored 2 goals in that game. And the Soviets defeated Team USA 4-1. Broughton getting the lone goal for Team USA. Zlutov the winner for the Soviets. 2 other games, and of course the big one tonight here at the Winnipeg Arena, Canada and Czechoslovakia. One roster change today for Team Canada. Goalie Billy Smith suffered a broken finger in practice, so Don Edwards has been recalled, and Edwards will back up Mike Liu. Now let's go up top, and here's Ron and Tom.
All right, Bernie, and upstairs where teams are lined up on the blue line for the official presentation ceremonies prior to what we expect to be a pretty exciting hockey game here at the Winnipeg Arena. Canada versus Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovaque Association. Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national de la Tchécoslovaquie, chanté par Madame Anna Nemeček de Winnipeg. As we invite you to join Miss Gloria Loring for the singing of our national anthem. Mademoiselle Gloria Loring va maintenant nous chanter notre hymne national.
Would you please join me? Oh, Canada.
Rock
we've got a big crowd here at the Winnipeg Arena to watch this game this afternoon. In the game in Edmonton, the Soviet Union beat the United States 4-1. A crowd of 13,482 to watch that one.
For the ceremonial face-off.
And now we'll have the ceremonial face-off.
Welcome the General Manager and Vice President of the Winnipeg Jets, Mr. John Ferguson. Mesdames et messieurs, pour débuter le match de ce soir, voici le gérant général des Jets de Winnipeg, Monsieur John Ferguson.
Milan Novi and Denny Potvin, the team captains. Supposed to pick that up, Milan. Give it back to Fergie. We're set to go. We'll have the starting lineups introduced in just a couple of moments here. Team Czechoslovakia came into this series very much an underdog. Tom Watt with me here in the booth, and Tom, a 1-1 tie right off the top, and that really set the stage. And we'll get more of that in just a moment. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
To run a successful business enterprise requires good management, a good product, good service. Big or small, the principles apply. It's the same for a business the size of CN. We are a sound, profit-oriented group of companies competing in the marketplace by providing indispensable goods and services to the nation. CN, in business for Canada.
Who's there?
It's the Big Shaver. I'm here to take your place.
No way, Bick. I have 3 pivoting heads and blades at a fancy price.
Times are changing.
Then I'll get 4 gyrating heads and charge more.
Give up. Look at me, the Big Shaver. I'm not expensive, but I shave like I am.
Oh, no. A great shave for pennies?
Without any gimmicks.
How about 5 oscillating
Haven't you
heads?
learned? Ah, home sweet home.
Gimmicks are expensive. Great shaves aren't. The Big Shaver. Just pennies a shave.
Canon presents a new camera.
John, I'm working. Can I have my camera back?
Just one more.
It's Canon's new AE1 program. Even simpler to use.
This new Canon AE1 program's super. Just one more.
No matter how tough the light, the new program mode makes it easy to shoot like a pro.
Here, get to work.
The new AE1 program.
Keep your eye on the ball.
So advanced, it's simple. And more of both.
Well, set for the presentation of the starting lineup for Team Czechoslovakia and Team Canada.
Starting lineup. First, the visiting team, Team Czechoslovakia. Mesdames et messieurs, voici la formation partante d'équipe Tchécoslovaquie. The goaltender, le gardien, number 2, le numéro 2, Carol Lang.
Well, as scene changes, Carol Lang, the goaltender, remembers Zarilla and Holacek in 1976. They are now playing in West Germany.
Defense, à la défense gauche. Number 9, le numéro 9, Miroslav Dvorak.
Here's a fellow who's played in all international events for Czechoslovakia since 1972. One of the returnees from the 76 Canada Cup.
At right defense, à la défense droite, le numéro 5, number 5, Milan Chalupa.
Another veteran on the team. Only 2 from the team Czechoslovakia defense of 76 have returned.
À l'aile gauche, le numéro 21, le numéro 22, number 22, Jindřich Kokramon.
Jindřich Kokramon from Litvinov, Czechoslovakia. 61 points in 43 games in his league last year.
At right wing, à l'aile droite, le numéro 21, number 21, Dusan Pasek.
Dusan Pasek from Slovan Bratislava, a rookie, 21 years of age.
And at center, au centre, le numéro 18, number 18, Darius Rusnak.
Darius Rusnak from Slovan Bratislava as well, another youngster, very, very promising. They think he may be the next Milan Novi.
And now the starting lineup for Team Canada. Voici maintenant la formation partante de l'équipe Canada.
Unbeaten Team Canada. So far through 2 games.
Le gardien, numéro 1, number 1, Mike Liut.
Mike Liut of the St. Louis Blues. He's played every minute so far in the tournament.
Number 19, Larry Robinson.
Former Norris Trophy winner, Larry Robinson on defense.
At right defense, à la défense droite, le numéro 2, number 2, Brian Engblom.
Very steady Brian Engblom from Winnipeg here. He'll be playing in front of a lot of his childhood friends.
At left wing, à l'aile gauche, le numéro 23, number 23, Bob Gainey.
A man who owns one of the trophies in the National Hockey League devoted to defensive play, the Frank Selke Trophy. Established practically for Gainey, and he's won it every year.
À l'aile droite, le numéro 29, number 29, Ron Duguay.
What a story Ron Duguay has been in this tournament and through training camp. How many question even his selection?
And at center, au centre, le numéro 91, number 91, Butch Goring.
Well, how about that? Scotty's put two Winnipeggers in the starting lineup. Butch Goring and Brian Engblom out there to start the game.
Well, that's a good gamble by the coach, because really to start two hometowners in Winnipeg, that's probably very positive for the club.
The referee in the middle, Doug Olson of Sweden, Kevin Collins from Springfield, Massachusetts, and Lassi Van Hanen from Finland. The officials for tonight's game, we're set to go. The face-off at center ice, and from the face-off, it's back to the defense. Halupa sends it up over center ice. Robinson over to the far side. Goring's got it at center ice. Goring to the line, and he is checked at the defense. Halupa picks it up, clears it to center ice. It's Robinson once again. Puck is checked away. Koshek down over the line, shoots it, and it would have gone over the top of the net, but just to slow up the play and prevent further action, Mike Liut grabbed it and hung on. So Mike Liut, as we're just underway here for Team Canada. It'll be Dvorak facing off, and some discussion going on in the zone right now involving Gainey, Robinson, and Duguay. I think Gainey may have some equipment troubles. At least he's having a word with the referee.
I don't think it's equipment trouble, because he's not allowed to adjust equipment while he's on the ice. That's a minor penalty for delaying the game.
May I have a look at the lineup for a second?
Oh, did you hear that? He said, I want to take a look at the starting lineup. Now, Scotty may have spotted something.
Well, they announced that Yaroslav Pozar started at left wing, and he wasn't the player that was announced. And if the coach made a mistake and started a man who wasn't on the starting lineup, that is a minor penalty, and Larry Robinson is questioning that fact right now.
Well, Scotty can spot these things pretty quickly. Very, very thorough, of course.
I heard it.
Larry's in there saying, I heard it.
Wrong start lineup. Bench penalty. Yeah,
Kokreman was announced as being the starting left winger, number 22, but in fact, number 23, Yaroslav Pozar, started the game at left wing, and it is a minor penalty if you start someone who is not written down on the starting lineup on the game sheet. And Scotty Bowman alertly pointed it out. Larry Robinson going across. They have the man advantage for starting the incorrect lineup.
Well, they're calling over players to the bench now, but the penalty gate is open. There's going to be a penalty called, a bench minor against Czechoslovakia at the 18-second mark. And now the argument is on.
Well, the coach closest to you is Ludi Bukac.
He's a fellow we'll be hearing from later on in the show. Played in the Central Professional Hockey League with Oklahoma City. Speaks excellent English, and I think he was using it a little bit on his Swede right there.
Ludi lived with me for a week in 1965. He was sent here by the Czech government to examine programs here in Canada after he had played in the Central League, and he speaks very good English and is an excellent hockey coach.
Hey, Scotty standing behind the bench taking all this in very calmly. See what you started, Scotty?
But I go and check on my sheet. You see, they say you have made a mistake. I go to 5 Germans.
Yeah, wait.
Well, he's got maybe a different story.
Well, what happens is when you sign the sheet, you have to sign the sheet as the coach. You sign to endorse that is your starting lineup. You check your players off. If those players are checked off on the sheet and the coach signs them and he doesn't start that lineup, then there is a minor penalty.
Let's see if we can eavesdrop here a bit. There's a nosy cameraman there, I'll tell you that.
Well, there we see Aggie Kuklowitz, who is the sort of unofficial interpreter for all of the teams, who speaks very good Slovak, Czech, Russian, English. He's talking with Ludi to make sure there's no mistake in the interpretation.
Fans are only 18 seconds into this game, and already all of this is going on. Let's see what happens. The penalty gate is still open. The penalty has been posted. There's going to be a face-off outside Team Canada's blue line when this gets straightened out.
The referee is pointing to the signature. I'm sure that's what he's pointing to at the bottom, because the signature is at the coach's signature is at the bottom of the game sheet, and he's been pointing to it.
So who is wrong? The team is wrong. So is it?
The team is wrong, he says.
This is the same lineup you made yourself, you know.
You didn't wrote it. You wrote your guy according to this list.
This was made by you.
No, it's Canadian writing. Not our.
We got a forged list in there?
Well, no, the official one. It doesn't matter what other list other than the official game sheet.
If he signed it, that's it.
I mean, a lot of times for the coach at the beginning of the game, he's asked to give a list to media people and so on, but the one that counts is the official game sheet.
Well, Olsen's going to be a tired man from skating back and forth across the red line from the bench to the timekeeper's bench.
Bench penalty. I can only read on the papers. Do nothing. Bench penalty.
Did he say bench penalty?
That's what he said. He's giving a bench penalty.
Czechoslovakia penalty, a 2-minute bench minor for starting the wrong lineup.
Well, there you go. It'll come at the 18-second mark. We'll see who will have to serve it. And that one, is it the fellow who is not on the ice or the fellow who got on the ice that has to go in?
I think you have your choice.
So, Kokramat, the guy who was supposed to go out there, Posar, turned up on the ice to start the game. I think Posar, who's shaking his head, is headed for the penalty box.
Team Czechoslovakia penalty to be served by number 23, Yaroslav Pozar.
So Yaroslav Pozar in the penalty bench. 2-minute penalty. Team Canada on the power play. Gretzky, Perreault, Lafleur, along with Dion and Potvin. Face-off just outside the blue line, and from the face-off to the far boards. They try to dig it out. That's Potjak. He shoots it into the Canadian zone, but coming right back out again is Dion. He backhands it off the boards, past Rusnak. Here is Gretzky, 2-on-1 rather, as Lafleur was going in. And the puck is cleared down the ice, and it's Liut out of his net. Potvin sweeping behind the net. Potvin. And he is checked by Nobe. Good forechecking as Nobe moves in, but he's got nobody in front of the net, and he's ridden out of the play by Marcel Dion. Lafleur dropping it back to Perreault. Perreault, the good move around Nobe. Out to center ice. Dion digs it out. Here's Perreault straight up the middle over the line. He faked the shot, gets around the defense, but lost control of the puck. Now it's in front. Knocked down in front of the net by Richter. Here's the shot by Dion. Out of the net is Carl Lang, and he hangs on. We'll have a face-off inside the Czech zone with 1:10 remaining in the penalty.
Well, one thing that typifies Czechoslovakian play, and we see it here again today, when they are short-handed, they don't content themselves with being in a box and staying in their zone. In their own end of the ice, they will chase you all over the place, trying to force you into a mistake. And the same thing with their forechecking. They're not just turning and picking up the wings. They forecheck very, very aggressively, trying to upset the power play. They gamble, of course, but that's their style of play. They force all the time, even when short-handed.
Trottier, Bossy, Gillies, Bourque, Robinson, the power play for Team Canada, and Trottier is going to be booted out of the face-off circle, along along with Thrall, number 10 for Czechoslovakia. From the face-off, Bork into the corner. Trotier's there. Trotier in front. They jam away, and Gillies poking away. Take a good shot just as he tried to get the shot away on goaltender Carl Lang. That's Milan Halupa, who was going up against Gillies right at the goal mouth. Take a look
Puck
at it
coming
there.
straight across. Gillies parked in front of the net, trying to tip that puck in, being covered very aggressively by Halupa, the veteran defenseman in front of the net.
Trotier against Lala from the faceoff, cleared down the ice. Now a race where the puck is coming out of his own zone as Coker meant, but way out of his net is Liut. Liut just stick handling with it. There's it behind the net for Robinson, and Robinson starts out. Robinson sweeping the center ice to the far side for Trotier. Got it caught up in his skates. It's into the corner. Gillies going in, cleared around the boards and past Robinson and down the ice. A race for it again with Lala on top of Robinson. It's slipped over to the far side. Bork, he goes down. Robinson off the boards. It's kept in at the point, but Robinson gets it again. Flips it out to center ice. Trotier on the left side. Cadlet shoots it in and takes a good hit from Trotier. Bork at the side of his net. It's Bork coming out. The lead pass at center ice. Trotier to Bossy. Bossy takes a hit just as he crossed the line from Cadlet. It's cleared in front of the net. There's going to be a penalty for charging. Was that Cadlet who picked that one up?
Well, he's pointing to Brian Trotier.
So it'll be Trotier going in with 16 seconds remaining in the penalty to Pozar. So, barring a further penalty, Czechoslovakia will have a 1 minute 44 second opportunity to use their power play. 4 skaters to 4 now.
Number 20, Brian Trotier. 2 minutes for charging.
Goring along with Gainey and Beck and Potvin. Well, this game is showing signs of being a very active type of hockey game. Already they're hitting each other. Beck back to Potvin inside his own blue line. Potvin backing up, feeds it off the glass and down the ice. And going back for it will be Dvorak. Dvorak behind his own net. Icing called on Canada. 3 seconds left. The face-off will be down in Team Canada's territory. You see up in the corner of your screen, waiting to get back on the ice, Yaroslav Pozar. Just as the puck is dropped, he'll come onto the ice. Taking the draw will be Darius Rushnak against Butch Goring. He shipped Denny Potvin over to the slot area. Rushnak will try probably to get it back to Pashek, number 21. Well, they throw him, and Pashek will take the draw now against Bob Gainey. Rushnak goes into the slot area, and they back Dvorak back to the point. Comes back to Halupa. Halupa shooting it in. It's off Gainey's leg. Goring on the far side. Backhands it down the ice. Out of the penalty box and off his stick is Pozar. He's back in his own zone. Pozak with Gainey right there, and he managed to just drop it off for Dvorak. Up to Pashek. Pashek, he takes a hit from Gainey. Goring picks up the loose puck, feeds it into his own zone. Straight ahead, Gainey tried to deflect it up to Goring. It's back beside the net, and a penalty is coming up again.
Well, Denny Potvin, there's no penalty on the play, but Denny Potvin, it was a delayed offside inside the blue line, and when your team has possession of the puck inside there, you don't want to take that puck back because Team Canada had possession of the puck. Now when he takes the puck back, the linesman blows the whistle for the delayed offside, and we have to try to win it from a face-off, and we lost the puck.
Dudovchek from the face-off. Orava, a shot right off a leg. Beck backhands it off the boards to the blue line. Diving is Middleton. He can't knock it out. Noby's at the side of the net. Noby trying to find a man in front. The pass is blocked. There's Middleton. He goes down as he's tied up by Richter, and it's shot down the ice. Svoboda going after it along with Duguay. Svoboda for Czechoslovakia behind his own net. He sets up. Noby sweeps back. That's Noby number 6 with the puck. Noby. Duguay right on top of him. Noby up the right side. Passes it ahead to Richter. Richter's over the line. Noby to his right, and it's poked off his stick. Going to be a penalty called here, I believe, as Horova getting set. The shot is just wide. Comes to the far boards. Picked off by Svoboda, but he's checked, and as Middleton picks it up, a high sticking penalty called on Team Canada.
Well, what happened there was, coming out of their own zone, you notice the two Czech defensemen dropped the puck back to Milan Novi and then ran in front of him like offensive guards. That's another thing that's typical of Czechoslovakian play. They love to screen and block, and our players look at that as being an interference call. They get frustrated. They either high stick or try to cut down the pick as it's in front of them, thinking that it's interference, and then we get called for the infraction.
2 minutes for high sticking.
Well, 32 seconds remaining in the penalty to Brian Trottier. The face-off will be to the right of Team Canada's goal. Now 5 skaters against 3. Canada 2 men short for the next 32 seconds. Scoring out there. Potvin and Beck from the face-off. Back to the point for Cudlitz. Cudlitz just working his way in. Cudlitz beating it back. He gives it to Hydrusek. Hydrusek to Cudlitz. He winds up the shot. Good save there by Liudis. He just got his blocking glove on it. Hydrusek over for Cudlitz. He moves in. Hydrusek again into the corner. Picking it off there is Kokerman. He shoots it off the boards and around to this side. Moving after it is Lala. He's tied up. Cudlitz is there as well. Goring holds it in. 3 seconds remaining in the penalty to Trottier. It comes back to the blue line. Hydrusek to Potvin on the far boards. Trottier's out alone at center ice. He beats it off to Goring. Goring's over the line. Stick handling with it. And he is checked off his stick by Kokerman. He's at center ice. Goring again. Now it's fed ahead for Lala. Goring again against the boards, and he slams it, leaves the puck for Trottier. He brings it in over the line. 1:08 remaining in the penalty to Duque. Over the line, Kokerman. Kokerman into the corner. Feeds it back, there's nobody there. Puck is out at center ice, Dvorak. Gainey on top of him. It's off the board. Potvin's got it. Potvin swinging into his own zone. Backhands it out to center ice. Cudlitz gets it ahead now. Kotchek over the line. Beck on top of him, and it's poked away from him by Beck. Out to Cudlitz at the point. 42 seconds remaining. The puck is at the side of the net. Further play is halted by Mike Liut. Great penalty killing by Team Canada. 40 seconds remaining in the penalty to Ron Duguay.
Well, Mike Liut, he made a wise play there, killing that puck off the side of the net. Oftentimes the goaltender, being shorthanded, will move that puck. But you kill it, you get the face off, you get everybody organized, you get fresh troops out there, making sure that they have people there that are not tired to kill the remaining 40 seconds of this Czechoslovakian power play.
Well, a big face-off inside Team Canada's territory. Trottier out there, along with Middleton. Robinson, Engblom, the defensive pairing. Milan Novi will center the line. Novi out there along with Richter, and also on the line is Dutacek, the surprise draft choice by the Buffalo Sabres in the first round of the June draft. He has not shown an awful lot in this tournament yet, but he's an 18-year-old. They're confident he's going to be a great hockey player. Trottier shooting it down the ice on the backhand. Trottier comes off the ice, Gainey comes back on. So they had Trottier on to do the face-off honors, and that was all. Now from behind his own net. Starting out, the lead pass from Svoboda to center ice. Richter there, ahead for Novi, was straddling the line, but just couldn't control it. Now it's backhanded in over the line. Engblom turning, he backhanded blindly off the board. Svoboda gets set, he winds up the shot, scores! Bad clearing pass, a blind pass by Engblom along the boards, intercepted, and Czechoslovakia on a power play has gone ahead 1-0.
Engblom trying to lift that puck out of his own zone on his backhand. Against it, it's stopped just inside the line. Kind of a lazy shot coming from the point, but it's low. It's tipped on the way to the net, eluding Mike Liut. But the original play, trying to get that puck out. There you see Team Canada try to cover up in front of their own net, but tipping it from the shot from the point. Czechoslovakia goes ahead 1-0.
Scored by number 19,
Dudacek has got the goal. Ahead now for Lafleur. We'll give you the full scoring in a moment as Hartsburg's got it at his own line. Flames playing even strength now. A power play goal. There are 11 seconds remaining in the penalty. Here's Gretzky. It's off his stick and down over the line past the loop with Dvorak back to get it. Now he's slammed in against the boards by Lafleur. Back for Bork into the corner. Pass Perreault against the boards on this side. And starting out now, Korbala at center ice. He backhands it in. Out of his net is Liut. Bork Stops up behind his net. He'll lead the rush. He can rush that puck now. Feeds it out to center ice, right through everybody. Halupa puts it to the Canadian line. It's back to Perreault. Perreault trying to fight his way past Halupa. Now Lafleur. He's checked on the play. It's cleared to the line, but Hartsburg has it. Hartsburg to Lafleur. Lafleur batting it ahead, trying to get it to Gretzky. Good checking here by Czechoslovakia. It's cleared over the line. Gretzky racing after it. Gretzky along with number 9, Dvorak. He's behind the net. Kept in, but finally shot to center ice. Here's Lala. Down over the line. Beck stops that play. Middleton covers up. Bork at center ice. Along with Dion. It's off the board. Dion racing in. He's got a little room. He shoots, and he took it off the pad of Lang into the corner. Middleton around behind the net. Gare. Dion. Number 7 for Czechoslovakia is Hydršek. Hydršek clears it out to center ice. Down over the line comes Panichka. Panichka stopped on the play. Still inside the blue line. Kokerman. He stick-handled it up over the line. And it's called for a face-off. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
At AES, we believe that simpler is better. Introducing Alpha Plus, the world's simplest word processor. Alpha Plus has a keyboard just like a typewriter, incredibly simple. And building the printer into Alpha Plus gives it a unique compact design, so it fits in the space of an ordinary typewriter. Incredibly simple, simply incredible. Alpha Plus from AES.
Here's the official scoring on the goal. Dudacek, his first goal of the Canada Cup tournament from Svoboda at 5:22, 1-0. Czechoslovakia leads. That was a power play goal. Now Beck over to the far side. Potvin off his stick to Gillies. Gillies at center ice loses it. Hasek gets it in over the line, but a player was trapped. That was Rusnak. Then we'll have another face-off outside the blue line. Very high tempo to this early going of this game, Tom.
Very high tempo, very aggressive hockey game. We heard, although we didn't see, the game between Czechoslovakia and the Soviets was a very aggressive, hard-hitting game, and it's continued this way at a very fast pace tonight.
Well, the entertainment has been very high here so far as well. Trottier now tied up at center ice. Gillies hammered Pasek to the ice. Here's Beck shooting it in, rattled off the boards. Halupa on this side, picking it up, batting it along the boards. Beck moves in, then Trottier, he takes a weak shot. Gloved by goaltender Carl Lang off the boards. There's a hard check thrown by Potvin as he moves in, a race for the puck. Pasek in there along with Beck. Beck comes up with the puck. Beck, Trottier on the left side. Trottier crosses center ice and shoots it in. There's Bossy. Bossy lets it go. Good play. Gillies in front. Bossy. And an alert play by Lang in front of the net. Bossy's in there as they try to kick it free. Here's Bossy getting set. Out for Potvin. He's got the good shot, and it's right on. Carl Lang hangs on for the face-off.
Very alert, Carl Lang, as we see, stopping that shot at Denny Potvin from the point, but very alert with his stick off the edge of the net on Mike Bossy, not allowing them to come out in front of the net. There's the pass to the point, and Denny Potvin, having one of the greatest shots in the National League from the point, hits the goaltender right square in the middle, but an alert Lang with a stick at the side of the net.
Quick shot by Duguay off the draw by Goring, and another save by Lang, and another face-off to the left of the Czechoslovakian goal. We played 8 minutes exactly here in the first period. 1-0 Czechoslovakia. Duguay again rolls it in front, and Gainey had his back to that one behind the net. Goring jammed in there, rolls it out in front, gets it again. Goring trying to get it along the boards. He's checked on the play, and it's back out to center ice. Knocking it down inside the line. Engblom over to the far side. Duguay trying to catch up to that puck. It took a funny bounce off the boards. Horova shoots it in. Behind the net, Robinson straight ahead for Gainey. Gainey overskated it. Now backhands it to center ice. Bosheva over the line for Richter. Richter against the boards. He's tied up by Engblom. Engblom just getting in the way. Puck is cleared around the boards on this side. Goring moves back. Goring, Engblom. Engblom finally threw that to Richter. Richter behind the net. Dudacek into the corner on this side for Gainey. Gainey ahead for Robinson, who's got a little skating room. Robinson at center ice. Hits the line. Robinson, the quick shot. Goes in after it. He's in deep. It's batted away. Puck is cleared right to the blue line. Perreault nearly hit Duguay with it. Perro knocked it in, but coming out is Richter at center ice for Kroll. Kroll is over the line. It goes off Lafleur into the corner. Digging it after it is Korbala. Perro along the boards. Chernik's check. Lafleur's got it. Lafleur to Gretzky, right through his skates, down into the Czechoslovakian zone. Halupa clears it right back out to center ice, and it's Raymond Bourque. Bourque is checked. In over the line, Kroll, he shoots, and he scores. 2-0.
Kroll very alertly just picking up that puck when Raymond Bourque lost it just at his blue line. We see Bourque turning with it. There's Kroll putting that puck ahead of him, going in all by himself, and just rips the shot by the glove hand of Mike Liut, but a great shot. Bourque going down, Kroll all by himself, just rips it. Right by Mike Liut having very little chance on that goal. 2-0 Czechoslovakia.
Well, he's a new name. Kroll, but he's been in his own league for 7 years now. Boy, we're seeing something on this rebuilt Czechoslovakian team. His second goal of the tournament. Here's a shot blocked by Liut. Bourque in the corner. Cleared straight ahead. Knocked down by Kadlec, but batted back out to center ice. Panichka out there. He goes down under the checking of Lafleur. It's fired off the boards. Perro. Hartsburg over to the far side for Bourque. Bourque crosses center ice. Backhands it into the corner. Perro going in. Off the boards, Hartsburg throws the check. Lafleur's got the puck, clears it across ice, but it's intercepted by Heideshek at center ice, down over the line on a 2-on-1, but he is bumped around by Bourque, and they wind up in the corner. The puck underneath everyone, and it's called for a face-off. Czechs leading 2-0. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
You know what? I've got a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal. I had a regular savings account, but I usually make my deposits somewhere in the middle of the month. So I couldn't earn interest in that money until the start of the next month. And then it was paid only twice a year. So I'm switching to a Bank of Montreal daily interest savings account. Earns me interest the day I make a deposit and every day after, and pays it to me every month. That's 12 times a year. You do have a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal's daily interest savings account.
Ron Rouge along with Tom Wadden. Winnipeg Arena, 2-0. Czechoslovakia against the boards now. Beck wrists it out to center ice. Middleton's there. Middleton jammed against the boards by Pashek. It's cleared by Dion right on the stick of Rusnak. He turns. Pozar overskated it, but Pozar's got it now. Try to clear it in front of the net. Rusnak on the short side, fanned on it. Out in front, quick shot, loose puck. And Liut came up with 2 saves on the short side. And Tom, I think what we're seeing here is what has done well and served the Czechoslovakians well in this tournament so far, and that's their play in the offensive zone.
Excellent forechecking. They're using 2-1-2, 2 forwards, always on the 2 Canadian defensemen, trying to neutralize them quickly. They're 1 high forward, either cutting off the boards or backing up a defenseman who presses down. 2-1-2 forechecking, very aggressive by Czechoslovakia.
Puck is cleared down the ice. Halupa off the boards, right to Potvin at his own line. Potvin clearing it straight up to Dion. Dion lead pass, and he couldn't hit Middleton with it. Potvin's got it again. Potvin ahead, Dion off his stick. Beck hammering it off the boards. Middleton hits the line. Dion trailing, but he's offside. And they'll call it outside the face-off, or at least outside the blue line for a face-off. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
A micro-molded skate such as this MX gives better fit, protection and support than you'll ever get from a stitched skate. What's more, microns are light, flexible and comfortable. So you coaches out there saying kids can't develop skills on molded skates should maybe think again. I'm so sure micron's the best, even for children just starting out, that my name goes on this skate, and the skate goes on Stanley, my son. Call me if you'd like to know more after the series is over.
Milan Novi centering the line with Dudacek and Pavel Richter. Trache, Gillies, Bossy for Team Canada. Robinson clearing it to the line, intercepted by Novi. Robinson gets it again. Novi kicks it off the heel of his skate, gives it to Dudacek. He's over the line, but Novi broke too quickly to his left. Out at center ice for the face-off once again with 8:55 remaining in the period. Czechoslovakia leading 2-0. Milan Novi, there's a name you might remember from 1976, and a lot of people keep bringing it up, that 1-0 game, Czechoslovakia and Canada during the regular tournament. The battle between Rogi Bashov and Vladimir Zarilla, the goaltenders. Novi scored the only goal of that game with about 4.5 minutes remaining. Puck is inside the zone. Gillies rolling it out in front. Bossy shot it wide. Best chance Canada's had. They missed the net. Englund keeping it in. Into the corner now. Novi, he's checked. It's loose inside the zone. Out to Bossy. The shot, and he cleared the top of the net with it. Gillies against the board. It's pinned in there and held for another face-off. And there hasn't been a lot in the last 6 minutes. A lot of time when we've seen the puck down on that end of the ice.
Well, Bossy in the high slot had an opportunity, ripped one just a little too high. Carl Lang just going a little low, the puck going over top of him. But Bossy in that, there you see, ducking from that shot from Mike Bossy from the high slot, just going over top of the net.
Well, there's a fault, I guess, on Lang, according to scouting. He likes to go down a little early. The only goal the Soviets scored against Czechoslovakia, Rozdetsky got in and he started to go down. He just waited for Lang to go down. And then popped it in on the top of the net. There's Lang out of the net now to prevent further play again. We'll have a face-off again to the right of the net.
Van's not too happy about that in the National League. Goaltender going right behind the goal line to kill the puck, as the goaltender did there. A 2-minute penalty for delaying the game.
Goring will face off against Korbala. A lot of young players from the team that played in the Olympics, 1981. Tremendous number of changes. There's a hard shot, loose puck in front. Gainey back through the goal crease, couldn't see the puck. Bork started after it. Now it comes back to his defensive position. It's coming down the left side. Chernik getting around the defense. Chernik behind the net. Bork giving him a good ride. Goring in the corner, off the boards, intended for Duque. He slams the check into the point man there, and it's out at center ice. Cleared back in. Hartsburg straight ahead. Goring backhanding it out to Gainey. Gainey with a little room on the left side. Now catching up on the play, showing good speed is Halupa. Hartsburg with a shot off a skate. Duque loose in front. And down goes Goring on a hard check from Halupa, and it's cleared down the ice. Number 4 is Hartsburg. He'll pick it up deep in his own zone. The fans enthusiastic about this right now. Loose puck in the zone. Lala picks it up. Kokerman in front. Lala backhands it. He's got it all alone. He shoots right on. Lala again. He shoots and Liut goes down. And Liut, you see why he is such a great goaltender, did not go down on the play. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Harvey loves lettuce and carrots. That's because he's a vegetarian. But not Spencer. He's a natural meat eater. That's why he gets Dr. Ballard's. Look at that. Big chunks of meat. One look and you know he'll love it. Dr. Ballard's has real meat in gravy. It's real food. The Canadian Veterinary Medical Association certifies that Dr. Ballard's meets its nutritional standards.
Face off to Liut's right. Gretzky up against Kokerman. The puck is dropped. Beck drops it back for Potvin. Potvin, he's checked very quickly on the play by Kokerman, but there's Gretzky. Gretzky, he has trouble against the boards. His forechecking is Panichka. Behind the net, into the corner. Perreault. Lala's back there after it, but Beck beats him to it. They clear it to the point, but not out. Kept in by Heidushek. Now out to Lafleur. Lafleur ahead for Gretzky. Gretzky is hauled down as he hits the line. There'll be a penalty. Gretzky trying to sweep around the defenseman, and Team Canada will have an opportunity here with the manpower advantage. The first goal of the game for Czechoslovakia on a power play. And it'll be Kadlec going to the penalty bench. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Want to come to the Canada Cup with me? I'm Paul Henderson, and this could be your ticket. Every weekend from now until September 11th, provincial lottery players in Ontario get a bonus chance at an all-expense-paid weekend for two at the championship final in Montreal. It's an instant prize that you can find inside your provincial ticket pouch, and there's 50 of them. I know how exciting a cup final can be, so come to the Canada Cup with me. And I'm bringing my skates, just in case.
You love Fridays!
At 13 minutes.
Wayne Gretzky going around Kadlec is tripped. Team Canada getting the man advantage. with 7 minutes remaining in the first period.
Gretzky wins the draw. The power play with Dion working the point with Potvin. Gretzky, Perreault, and Lafleur. The puck is cleared to center ice. Dion back there. Dion backing into his own zone. Dion hanging on to that. Now he gets it off the boards for Potvin. Ahead for Gretzky, and he caught it in his skates. Couldn't control it. Now Perreault. Perreault to Gretzky. Over the line. He turns at the point. Gretzky with that wizardry and stick handling, and then went right through Dion's leg, and it's out to center ice, and we've got a break here with Pozar, and catching up is Potvin to break that up. Perreault behind the net. He drops it off for Potvin. Potvin, the lead pass. Perreault's at center ice. Perreault poked away from him neatly by Varshava. Now Perreault again, circling back into his own zone. Off the stick of Dion, down into the zone. Varshava back to get it. Dion rattling it along the glass. It goes right by Lafleur. Now it's Novi. Novi coming up the left side. Novi cutting at center ice. He circles back as the Canadian forecheckers faded themselves. Now here's Gillies. Gillies clearing it in off Trotier's stick and cleared back out to center ice. The lead pass, and Novi's alone. Novi getting set. He shoots. Great save, Liut. In the corner it goes. Richter holds it in. Now it's loose. Bossy. Trottier. Trottier at center ice. Trottier ahead for Gillies. He races in after it. Gillies against the boards on this side, trying to get it back to Hartsburg. He does. It's rattled over to the far side. Robinson going after it. It's cleared down the ice. Hartsburg going back as it comes to Liut. He rolls it around the boards. Gillies. Gillies inside the zone. Trottier ahead for Robinson. Robinson leading the rush. He flips it in. It bounces in front of the net. Trottier was breaking in, but he couldn't catch up with it. Hartsburg. Hartsburg swinging at center ice to Bossy. Bossy around the defense. Bossy's got a man in front as Middleton was cutting through, but he couldn't get it to him. And sliding on the play was Dvorak. Still inside the zone with 7 seconds left in the power play. They try to dig it out. It's finally cleared down the ice, but it was batted ahead, so there'll be a face-off as the penalty is expired. A face-off in the Czechoslovakian zone.
Team Canada's having a great deal of difficulty handling the Czechoslovakian penalty killers when they're coming at you very aggressively. They're playing like men possessed. In fact, I would have to say at this point in the first period, Team Canada's been outskated by a hungry Czechoslovakian team.
Well, they came in here as underdogs. I think their coach told everybody he'd be happy to finish in the top 4 in the regular tournament, go into the playoffs and see what happens from there. They have done so well. A tie against the Soviet Union, and by all witnesses, they outplayed the Soviets by a very wide margin. There was a great game for Tretiak in that one. Now circling with it, the puck is checked off with stick, but Beck is out at center ice. Beck having trouble, now shoots it in. Past Kotlets at the blue line, going in is Duguay. The puck loose in front. Now here's Middleton, he picks it off. Goes to the corner with it, but he never had control of it. Gets the boards, he is slammed in there. Now Gare turns around and fires it right on. Lang leaving it behind the net, clears it to the blue line. Potvin keeping it in. There's the shot, but it's blocked at the defense and it's cleared straight up ice. At center ice, it's Panichka. He goes over the line, waits for his mates, gives it to Lala. Lala's set, his shot, and hanging on is Mike Liut for a face-off. 2-0. Czechoslovakia leading. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Cutting out for some good times. Really glad I'm here. Me and the boys and our 50.
Smooth, easy drinking 50. What a beer to share.
Me and the boys and our beer.
In our first period intermission, an interview with Brian Trottier. We'll meet the Czechoslovakian coach Ludak Pukash, and Eddie Westfall will have the first period highlights. Ron?
Face-off will be to the left of Mike Liut, who has been tested considerably in this first period. It could be worse than 2-0. Team Canada being beaten to the puck quite often in this period. Puck is cleared off the boards now over the line. Kotlets shoots it out. Goring, he's checked. Rusnak over the line now, clears it in front. There's the quick shot. Rebound, hit the crossbar, and the puck goes into the corner. Out to the point, the shot's right on, and Liut blocked that one. In against the boards. It goes behind the net now. Goring off the board for Dion. Dion just running interference. Let the puck go free, and Robinson's got it. Robinson at center ice. He's checked. Hozar's got it. Over the line they come again. Rusnak tries to get set. He's checked by Engblom. He goes down on the play. It's behind the net. Hot check. Now behind. They roll it in front of Gainey. Gainey skating to the board. Shoots it out over center ice and down into the Czechoslovakian zone. Horshava's back there. Horshava starting out. Good move past Gretzky. Shoots it off the back of Lafleur's leg. Lafleur backhands it into the corner. Robinson ahead. The lead pass intended for Gretzky. Horshava will go back, fighting Gretzky for it. Out in front, and they call it on the icing. And I think Gretzky was onside, and the play beat him to it.
Gretzky made a very smart play. He was offside at center ice. He realized that, so he didn't touch the puck at center ice. And then he tried to put on the great hustle to touch the puck on the far end so that the icing would be called off. It looked to me as if he got to the puck first, just made a great hustling play, came up with a puck, but it's called back on the long pass. I guess they're calling it the offside, bring it back inside the blue line. Questionable.
Well, we've got Gretzky out there with Perreault and Lafleur, Novi, Dudacek, and Richter, the line for Czechoslovakia. On the face-off, Horshava at the blue line, working in, clears it in front through the crowd. Backhanded behind the net, Novi's after it, Bork, Hartsburg. Hartsburg as the player goes down, Perreault, I think, knocked down Dudacek.
Interference!
Interference is the call, and Canada will play a man short here, and Perreault goes on.
A very difficult time to take a penalty. Perreault down 2-0 with 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining here. The Czechoslovakian power play coming up, but the Czechoslovakians, in my opinion, have outskated Team Canada in this first period and have forced us into some questionable plays and taking a penalty as we did there.
All right, 2:53 remaining in the first period. Czechoslovakia already with a 2-0 lead. Kokrement facing off against Ron Duguay. Face off. Swinging back towards the line is Panichka. Panichka in for Lala. Lala being checked against the boards. Beck tried to knock him off the puck and couldn't. Now Lala goes in there. Beck throws a hard check against the boards. Now it's Hudrushek. In for Lala. Lala into the side of the net. Panichka tried to get a shot away, was checked on the play, and it winds up at center ice with 1:37 left in the power play. Starting out now, it is dropped off by Hajdušek. Lala on the far side, circling back. Lala had trouble with his balance. Duguay knocks him down. Potvin bats it off the boards. Duguay, Middleton's breaking, but he elects to send it back to Beck as they kill off precious seconds here. 1:18 left in the power play. Hajdušek, Goring's in for checking, doing a fine job. Now taking it behind the net is Kokrement. Kokrement at center ice. Kokrement working to the line now, clears it around the boards. Liut's out of the net, leaves it for Potvin. He shoots it straight up ice, and we've got a break for Goring. Goring all alone, getting set in front. He shoots. Oh, scores! Just got across the line. Great effort by Lang, but it just dribbled across the line. A short-handed goal.
A very, very important goal for Team Canada. Being short-handed and down 2-0, the long lead pass from Denny Potvin to Butch Goring makes the play to his backhand. The puck is stopped by the Czechoslovakian goaltender, but just gets over the line. Butch Goring all by himself, dips a little, comes to his backhand, tries to get it up over, doesn't quite get over him, but sliding through the pads for the goal. Clear-cut breakaway, Butch Goring, a beautiful long lead pass from Denny Potvin from right beside his own net. Team Canada getting back in the hockey game with their first goal.
Notice Lang went down on the play, and he tried to get it up over him. He couldn't quite, but it still dribbled across the line.
Number 91, Butch Goring.
Butch Goring. Puck is inside the zone. The power play is still on. Goring bats it behind the net. After it there is Chernik. Chernik. Robinson. Robinson poking away at it. Robinson as Chernik picks it off. Now Robinson's got it. He clears it straight off ice. 32 seconds left in the power play. A shorthanded goal. Goring from Potvin and Mike Liut. He's earned an assist in this period. He's been hard-pressed. Down over the line comes Corbola. Corbola checked by Robinson. The loose puck is taken by Kroll. Kroll, Halupa. Halupa clearing it in, and it's right off the skate of Bossy. At center ice again, Halupa. Clears it right onto the stick of Robinson. Trottier gets back on side, goes over the line, and I believe it was Trottier who finally, or Bossy, who finally went offside on the play. And 11 seconds left in the power play now. And 2-1, Czechoslovakia leading. 1 second, let's correct that. 1 second on the penalty to number 11. And there you see him, Gilbert Perreault, all set. Face-off will be outside the blue line. A reminder of the CFL on CTV. Montreal at Saskatchewan. That's coming up tomorrow. And Edmonton at Hamilton on Sunday. Local blackouts in effect. That's on Monday, of course. Edmonton at Hamilton, Labor Day. Montreal at Saskatchewan tomorrow. The CFL on CTV. 46 seconds remaining in the period. 2-1. Czechoslovakia leading Canada. It could be a lot worse, Tom. And I tell you, you talk about a very important goal. We'll see how the history books write this one. But if the Czechoslovakians had scored a third goal, Canada would have been in real trouble. The way Czechoslovakia was playing and gaining confidence as they go through this tournament. Potvin at center ice. Bossy to the line. Trottier gets the pass, and it's called on the offside. Trottier getting a little upset with Swoboda. 35 seconds left in the period. There's Brian Trottier. Trottier and Potvin, the anchors, team that has won the Stanley Cup the last 2 years. And it's Trottier to Potvin right there. The puck is off the boards. Gillies after it inside the line, but he couldn't reach it. It took a funny bounce past the official. Beck is against the boards, being checked by Dudacek. 24 seconds left of the face-off again at center ice as things are winding down. Dudacek, everyone watching him, of course, number 19. Lower portion of your picture. Puck is cleared in over the line. He's got a goal in this game. Puck's off the boards. Gillies feeds it back for Beck. Out to Trottier. Trottier beating it over the line. Bossy's alone. He said he scores! 2-2 tie with 13 seconds left in the period, and Team Canada's bench is empty.
Well, what a long, good pass that was. That just set Bossy in all by himself. The long lead pass, as it was in the first goal. We have Brian Trottier just threading the needle to Mike Bossy going across the line. And of course, when he gets by himself, he makes no mistakes. But the setup again, as the first goal, a long leading pass. Denny Potvin on the first goal from inside his own zone. Brian Trottier just over center ice, right between the defenders. Mike Bossy timing it perfectly, going over the blue line, not having the offside, puts the puck behind the Czechoslovakian goaltender.
Well, there you see the time, 1947. Boy, they'd have been happy. There's another lead pass, and it went right past Gare and down into the zone. Gare back to get it, but I think icing will be called. Or the offside. 4 seconds left in the period, and the face-off will come back down into Team Canada territory. Bossy from Trottier and Gillies at 1947 for Bossy, his fourth goal of the tournament. Earlier it was Goring with his second of the tournament from Potvin and Liut at 18-13. That was a shorthanded goal. 2 seconds left, one, puck cleared in, the horn goes. The end of the first period. Wow, what a period of hockey we've seen here at the Winnipeg Arena. At the end of the first period, the score, Czechoslovakia 2, Canada 2. We'll be back with the first intermission in just a moment.
If you're torn between a sports car and a truck, have we got a surprise for you?
Toyota's two-seat sports machine. Bucket seats, full instrumentation, and a 5-speed overdrive transmission that delivers mileage you may not expect. What is it? the 1981 Toyota SR5 long bed.
But you can call it the sports car of trucks.
What a feeling.
Sports truck.
Toyota.
Firestone tractor tires. Many Canadian farmers count on them because they know they can't count on the weather. And neither can you. So Firestone engineers designed an all-season radial tire for dependable performance 12 months of the year. The new Trax 12 from Firestone.
If you're looking for action and adventure, we've got jobs that'll bring out the best in you, physically and mentally. In the regular forces or the reserves, you will meet new challenges and new friends and be doing something worthwhile for Canada and yourself.
There's no life like it. There's no life like it. No,
We're the Canadian Armed Forces. Look for us in the yellow pages under Recruiting.
We're back at the Winnipeg Arena, CTV's coverage of Canada Cup 1981. There's no denying the fact Team Canada facing their toughest challenge of this series, a young, hustling Czechoslovakian team jumping in front 2-0 in the early going of that first period, but then 2 late goals by Team Canada, the shorthanded goal by Goring, and then the tying goal by Bossy, and that's the scene right now, a 2-2 tie. With us, we have Brian Trottier of Team Canada, and boy, that's quite a challenge from that Czechoslovakian team, Brian.
Well, they got a couple breaks, you have to admit, on their goals. The sticky ice out there caught our defense. No excuses. They should have moved it up a little faster, but still, they lost the puck and they took advantage of it. They're definitely going to be our toughest challenge, and we just hope that we can rise to the occasion. Mike Liut made some dynamite saves out there, and otherwise we might be down a couple more. We got to get our rear ends in gear and start moving the puck up a little quicker, like we're doing at the last part of the period. Denny made a couple of nice plays. Had they clicked and not been one step slower, we might have had a couple more breakaways there.
A great pass you laid right on the stick of Mike Bossy, and that tied it up. You spotted him, obviously.
Well, he gave me a good shout, and I did see him, and I just kind of swung it up there. It's tough ice out there. You can't really the puck's not laying down all that well, and you just kind of swing it up there and you hope for the best.
Brian, it seems that Czechoslovakia is skating right with you, stride for stride. They're looking for the quick turnover, and they got a couple of breaks early in the game. Is that basically their game plan?
Well, you can see that they're a well-conditioned hockey team. They're playing their positions well. We were well prepared for them as far as the coaches and the scouts go. They scouted them and they prepared us as much as they possibly could. They had them pretty well down as to how they forecheck, how they penalty kill, how their power play works. And I think we might have been a little bit intimidated because they played so well against the Russians. And now that we've got a period under our belts against them, and we know that hey, they're just human beings with one head and 2 arms and 2 legs, just like we are, and the ice is going to be the same for both teams. That you know, it's there for us. It's just we just got to go out there and take it, and their game plan shouldn't mean a hill of beans compared to our game plan.
Brian, I know there's a lot of friends and family watching back in Saskatchewan, cheering on Team Canada, and especially Brian Trottier.
Haven't spoke to Mom and Dad for a while. I just want to tell them I love them.
Okay, and you're caught up in all the emotion. The players have to be really excited about the crowd out there, 100% behind you.
I'm really happy to see that. Winnipeg really showed up well, and they're really letting themselves be heard, and we certainly appreciate it because it's given us a good boost.
Okay, Brian, continued good luck and come out flying in the second period. Brian Trottier of Team Canada, and CTV's Canada Cup 81 coverage continues in a moment.
From a generation of rock, growing better with time. Vintage Rock, a classic album with Steppenwolf. You don't know what we can find. The Guess Who. CCR. Don't go around tonight. Edgar Winters, Jethro Tull, and 3 Dog Night. Rock classics by Santana. Got a black magic woman. Mountain. Part of KTEL's Sound Celebration. Vintage Rock, it's in stores now.
I got that Super Lotto ticket right here.
Hey, the game really grows on you. Another Super Lotto ticket, sir?
You bet. It's the only lottery that can make you a millionaire now. With a scratch and win that can make you $10,000 richer instantly. And 3 tax-free $1 million grand prizes. How's that for super?
Wow. Hey, you'd make a great Super Lotto group.
I'll do that.
The only lottery that can make you a millionaire now. On W5, the stories behind the news, the people who make the news, stories that touch us all. On W5, stories you won't see anyplace else with reporters you know and trust. Helen Hutchinson, Henry Champ, and Jim Reed. This fall, look first to CTV, Sunday nights for W5.
An exciting first period of hockey here at the Winnipeg Arena at 2-2 tie. And there's no denying the surprise team is Czechoslovakia in this tournament. Minus the likes of many of their stars, Holinka, the Stashnys, this young team has been most impressive. And they're coached by Ludak Vukac.
We are happy. We had a good start. We tied a game against the Soviet Union, and we won the last night game against the Finnish team. So we have now a chance to be in between best four team to play the semifinal.
Everyone thought that Team Czechoslovakia would be very young. I think it surprised everybody that you tied the Soviet Union 1-1. How do you feel?
Yeah, we have the young team. We had some trouble after the Lake Placid Olympic tournament. We moved some old players out. We are building the new team. But the building process for us is very difficult because it's our national team, you know. It's very difficult to speak about the building process. It's the best players from our country are. So I think it's the game against the Soviet Union was very important, and it was a big test for our young team.
A big test, too, the game against Team Canada. Team Canada, one of the favorites here. How do you feel about heading into that game?
Oh, yeah, of course, the Team Canada is a great team. It's the best players all over the country. And it's similar, this team is playing not the same way as usually did the former Canadians team. The team is using more similar style of the play or the play conception as we do. And I think it will be a good game. The Team Canada is great, but we will work hard. We will do all our best.
Looking at some of the Czechoslovakian players on defense, Dvorak, he has a great deal of experience, and he's one of your veterans.
Yeah, Dvorak is a long-time member of our national team. He has the good experience, and he is strong, he is tough. His style is a little bit like Robinson. He's a playmaker, you know. He likes the passing play, he has good passes, and he's in good shape in the beginning of the season.
Up front, youngster Dudacek, drafted by the Buffalo Sabres.
It's, I don't know, you know, it's, our opinion, Dudacek is a member of our national team. He's a good right winger, he's a good skater, he's young, he's 19, but he's a little bit overestimated here in Canada, and I am surprised because he's not typical players for the North America style. He's a good skater, but he has his weak point is the shooting, you know, and of course he's an unexperienced player, but he's a good player.
No extra protection for Dudacek here. You're not concerned about him leaving the team?
Why? No. He's a first-class boy, and he's a member of our national team. He's lucky that he's with us, and we have no problem.
Yuri Lala, he's an exciting player.
Oh, yeah. Lala is a great hockey player. He's a good skater, he's a good shooter, he's very strong, very tough. He's one of the best our players, and I think he has a good future.
One other player I want just to comment, Milan Novi, a veteran player.
He's a strong point for us because he's the veteran player, and he's trying or keeping the togetherness of our team, and he takes care for the leadership of our team, both on the ice and outside ice. And he has a good, I think that he will still have a good season.
Luddy, you're very familiar with hockey over here. You played in the Central Hockey League with Oklahoma City. Some players, Derek Sanderson, I think, was a teammate of yours.
Oh, yes, I just took the camp and played a couple exhibition games before the season, and it was a good team, and some great hockey players took the camp with me, like Sanderson was there, and Terry Crisp, and Dornhofer, and Bernie Parr, and it was a nice time for me.
Okay, and nice to see you back here in Canada, and good luck against Team Canada and in the Canada Cup.
Okay, the same. Thank you, and the same luck for the team of Canada against us.
Thank you.
Well, looky here. If it ain't the competition.
I've had it up to here with all this tongue wagging about the top guns at Midas. Here, String Bean, I've heard how fast you are.
Now let's see how good you are.
Satisfied?
All right, so you're good.
Those a guarantee.
But I'm warning you, Jesse. I'm going to tell every fast gun in this town where to find you.
Wish you would. It's kind of lonely at the top.
Something so small sounds so big. The Sony Walkman. Take one for a test walk. It's the only way you'll ever know.
I'm Dave Thomas, and I started Wendy's with one restaurant and a philosophy. Never use frozen hamburgers. Use fresh ground beef. Then I figured, why would anyone go anyplace else?
Once you've tasted Wendy's hamburgers made from fresh ground beef, and you know it tastes great. Just kidding. Why go anyplace else?
Beats the heck out of me, Dave.
Wendy's ain't no a reason to go anyplace else.
Welcome back to the Winnipeg Arena, a 2-2 tie, Czechoslovakia and Team Canada. I'm Bernie Pascal along with Eddie Westfall. And Eddie, a bit of a surprising performance by Czechoslovakia. Came out flying, dominated the early going.
In one way, you're right, Bernie. Surprising, but maybe not so surprising when you think about the fact that we've seen Czechoslovakia playing, and they have played well. They've skated well, they've checked well, and they're not afraid of the physical going. Skating is a big part. That's the fundamental of hockey, and they do it so well. And they created a lot of opportunities in Canada's end of the ice, just with good hard skating and some good checking. Canada gave the puck away a little bit in the first period, actually a little more than a little bit. They gave it away quite a bit, and it was very costly to them in the early part and almost up till the end of the first period.
Ryan Trottier mentioned that you had to watch the turnovers, and as you mentioned, Czechoslovakia capitalizing on those very early.
They do, and everyone says about them being such a young team, and the fact that maybe they are not opportunists. Well, they are. We've seen that now. We've seen it a little bit in the other games they played, but particularly they're very sharp against Team Canada, and they're going to have to be watched. Although Team Canada's explosiveness that we saw against the Team USA the other day came through at the end of the period. But the story in the first period, giveaways, handling the puck, some missed passes. The passing by Team Canada was not as good as it should be, and as we said, it was costly.
Also, you mentioned hustle on Czechoslovakian national team there. Also muscle. I saw one fellow go into the corner. Barry Beck was just pushed away, and you know, it's a young, hustling, muscle team.
Bernie, so often we've thought of the Russians as being as good a physically prepared team as any team we've seen. In the last two Canada Cups in particular, Team Czechoslovakia does not have to take a second seat to Team Canada or the USSR.
Eddie, let's review some of the highlights you picked up out of that first 20 minutes.
Well, we were talking, Bernie, about shots on goal, and most of them were done by Team Czechoslovakia, and here we see them here. This is Pavel Richter from the corner of the rink. As he takes the puck, he's going to be checked here, and he's going to have a couple of Canadian players all over him, but watch out in front of the net. As he turns, he still gets the pass away. Watch number 6. Milan Novi, the veteran, gets the shot away. Close call. This is the kind of stuff that was getting Canada in all kinds of trouble. And it was Novi again on this beautiful play. Craig Hartsburg, number 4, is trying to chase him down, but Milan Novi, not to be denied, goes all the way in. And Mike Liut, beautiful save. Look at him stand up at the top of his crease and using his great style and great length. Here, Butch Goring loses the puck, and Duras Risnak, number 18, makes a beautiful one, give and go, and he gets it back right there. Bam, off the crossbar. Close call, Czechoslovakia on Canada.
Okay, and some great action in that first period, as you mentioned, Eddie, and Czechoslovakia getting the goal. But those last 2 goals by Canada certainly have to help momentum heading into period number 2.
No question. How many times all last season did you see Dennis Potvin, if you watch the Islanders, giving breakaway passes to Bourne, Goring, Gillies? Beautiful play as Dennis put Butch Goring in.
Well, we can hear Team Czechoslovakia heading out into the ice. They're a noisy group, and they should be. They've played extremely well. Thank you, Eddie Westfall. We'll be back with period number 2 as Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
There's only one Christine Marshall. She's an artist, a music lover, a teacher, and one of 2 providers in her family. That's why she has her own life insurance plan. Her London Life representative helped make that plan just as individual as she is. And London Life can do the same for you. Of course, your plan may not be like Christine's, but then at London Life, every life is something special.
What is your point, Mother? I think this is the most selfish decision you have ever made.
Maybe it is. But a baby to me is life. A beginning, and I want one more time.
Colleen Dewhurst and Warren Oates star in the compelling tale of a middle-aged couple who must decide whether to have their unborn child or not. And Baby Makes 6, the CTV Monday movie, September 21st.
We'd like to ask your support of the Canadian Muscular Dystrophy Association of Canada. The promise of their future depends on your support. A 2-2 tie here at the Winnipeg Arena, Canada and Czechoslovakia. Now let's go up top, and here's Ron and Tom.
Team Canada just coming out onto the ice. I'm sure they heard quite a bit from Scotty Bowman and his assistant coaches, Fred Berenson, Al McNeil, and Pierre Paget, about that first period of hockey. And Tom, I think the big question mark right now will be how well Canada can stand the pace, because what we saw was a tremendous tempo initiated by Czechoslovakia in that first period. They are in tremendous condition. Average age of the team is 23.9 years. Canada's got a young team as well, but this team, Czechoslovakia, has been in training since mid-May, and they show it. They have just put on a tremendous show here.
Well, the name of the game is skating, and certainly the Czechoslovakians showed in the first period that they can skate, and I think that they put a lot of heat on Team Canada's defensemen, trying to move the puck out of their own end by aggressive hustle and the ability to skate. And as was mentioned between periods, they're very aggressive with their body as well, and very strong, very well prepared physical team. And they're giving Team Canada all they can handle, or certainly they gave them all they could handle in the first period. And the question to me will be, the ice conditions, as Brian Trottier mentioned between periods, are a little heavy. It's warm in the building. I think as this game goes on, the conditioning will be a more important factor in the hockey game, and it'll be very interesting to watch both of these hockey clubs in the next 2 periods.
Well, you know, if you wonder why everybody underestimated this Czechoslovakian team, take a look at their record. The pre-tournament overseas, they didn't win a game, lost 3 and tied just 1. Then they were beaten by the United States 4-1 in a pre-tournament exhibition over here. But then they came into the tournament and tied the Soviets 1-1 and beat the Finns 7-1. And play is underway right now in a 2-2 tie as Paschek goes over the line, checked in against the boards by Potvin. Out at center ice, it's off the glove of Gillies. Cleared straight ahead. Pozar swings away with it, gets the quick shot. It went off the stick of Liut into the corner. Potvin's there. Potvin clearing it around the boards. There's a shot deflected in front. Potvin coming across. Another shot deflects wide of the net. Bossy ahead at center ice now. Trottier, and had he been able to control that, it would have been 2-on-1 with Gillies, with Halupa the only one back. Gillies has got it now. It's passed right by Halupa, deep into the Czechoslovakian end. Czechoslovakia coming away with it now. Milan Novi out at center ice for Kokerman. He shoots it over the line. Hartsburg at center ice, trying to tip it to Perreault from Gretzky. Over the line it comes for Czechoslovakia again. Lafleur comes back. Lafleur swinging away with it. Ahead for Gretzky, back to Lafleur. He's out over the line with Perreault, and it was poked away from him, and Bork has it at center ice. Bork cutting to the far side, over the line, shoots it in. It's off the stick of Heiduszek. Now Perreault, 2-on-1. He took a shot, but it was deflected. In behind the net, Lala being checked by Gretzky. Perreault's there, back out it, but Lafleur's shot is just wide. Bork at the blue line, clearing it in, clears in front, LaFleur gets set, clears over to Barrow, and Barrow couldn't get the shot away as the puck was in his skates. Heiduszek at center ice, over the line for Kokremet. Now coming back is Gretzky. Gretzky, a lead pass for Bork. It's right on the stick of Warszawa, and a check is thrown as the puck is cleared inside the zone.
Well, one thing I like to see early here is that Gilbert Perreault, that pass from Guy Lafleur was in his skates. He missed a good opportunity, but you know, when the Czechoslovakian team came all the way back down to the Team Canada end, who was the guy to pick up the trail man? Who was the back checker? Gilbert Perreault, and he's such a great offensive player. Coming back shows a little bit of spunk and desire early in this second period.
Well, the Gretzky line did not show an awful lot in that first period. They were checked very, very closely. Now Duguay's kicked out of the face-off circle. Goring gets it. Goring to Duguay. Out in front, Gainey winds up the shot, and it's chipped over top of the net. Duguay into the corner. Gainey chasing after it. In there also is Dudacek. In the corner, behind the net, Gainey out to Robinson. He knocks it down, clears it in front, and it's intercepted in front by Richter. Out at center ice for Dudacek. He's over the line. He drops it, but right on a Goring stick. At center ice for Svoboda. Check is thrown in there by Gainey. Dudacek's over the line. Robinson hits him. Moving up now and cleared to this side for Goring, who just clears it out to Duguay. Duguay to Gainey, and it's intercepted. Richter turning around and coming right back. Richter over the line with Dudacek. Good pass to Dudacek, but nobody in front of the net as they go into the corner. Robinson ahead for Duguay. Duguay. Gainey on the far side, but he can't reach it as it's chopped right back in by Svoboda. Svoboda again at center ice. Clears it in. Engblom having trouble and tied up his corral on the play. It's clear to the line, not out. And Robinson circles his own net, has to chase it in the corner. Robinson fighting his way, can't get out of the zone. You see that conditioning of the Czechoslovakians. There's the quick shot, and it's steered into the corner by Liu. Now Robinson off the boards. Gainey, he's checked against the boards. Goring, Gainey, back to the point it comes. Svoboda flips it in the corner. Liu gets into play himself as he flips it along the glass. Out to the blue line it comes. Kept in. The shot. It's steered into the corner. Now chopped off the boards and out to center ice. Svoboda's got it at his own line. Svoboda straight ahead, intercepted by Engblom. He feeds it straight ahead. Here's Dion with Middleton. 2-on-1. And here's Dugay's shot. Right on. And it's cleared into the corner. Dugay. Middleton. Middleton goes down. The puck is cleared around behind the net. Dion after it in the corner. Dion chopping it back for Dugay. He can't touch it. Warszawa. Around the boards, Potvin turns, fires. It's right on. An easy save for goaltender Carl Lang. It's out in front, cleared down the ice. Potvin will chase it. Back into his own zone he comes. Potvin, Beck ahead for Dion to Middleton. Middleton breaking in front of the net. Middleton said he shoots. The rebound loose in front. And gathered in. It's still loose. They score. In a pile up in front of the net, they score. Gare was there. Dion was there. I don't know who got it, but Team Canada's bench is emptying again.
Dion, I'm sure, had the goal. He just kept digging at that loose puck. It wasn't held. It appeared to be held in front. Middle getting the first shot. Then the Czechoslovakian defenders coming as the puck is laying just on the goal crease, but it's not tied up. Dion still working at it, hitting the goaltender and going behind him. Marcel Dion putting Canada ahead, but keeping working. The pass going through. Middleton has the good opportunity all by himself, tries to get it in. Then you see the defenders go all the way by the two Team Canada offensive men. Dion comes around the net, keeps pushing away, keeps working. The puck going behind the Czechoslovakian goaltender.
Well, the action really picked up even further here in the early going of the second period. Canada has taken the lead.
I can't believe the pace. The pace early in the second period is amazing.
From the face-off, back in over the line. Cutting in from the far side is Pozar. That looked offside to me, but the puck is behind the net. No whistle on the play as Potvin fires it off the boards and down the ice. Going back for it will be Dvorak. He touches it. Icing will be called here, and the face-off will be down in the Team Canada zone. 3-2 Canada. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
I got a great deal from Harvey's. Hey, look at that. Beautiful Canada Cup poster. Well, my friend, you can have one every time you order a double burger from Harvey's.
Ski, come on. Ski, come on. Come on. A great double burger. Come on. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Come on. A great ski. Come on. A beautiful Canada Cup poster when you order.
A double burger from Harvey's.
Buy a double burger and get the official 1981 Canada Cup poster.
Well, they've credited the goal to Guy Lafleur. I don't even remember him being on the ice in that sequence. Dion and Middleton, in any case, draw assist 351.
I'm sure that's going to be changed. Marcel Dion scored the goal.
Well, puck is cleared down the ice. We'll leave it as that, but keep in the back of your mind that Marcel Dion gets some credit. Bozar coming out at center ice now, number 23 for Czechoslovakia. Hits the line, beats it over the far side. The shot, it's right on. Juggled momentarily by Liut. The net goes off its pins. We've got some pushing and shoving going on. Dvorak in there and Trottier. They're just protecting the goaltender in that particular instance, but Leo juggled it momentarily, and you go for the goaltender, but he hasn't got control.
This is one of the things you usually see a lot in European hockey, where they have the smaller pegs. In fact, a lot of European rinks just have little picks on the bottom of the uprights of the goalposts. It's very seldom you see the goalposts knocked off. In Canada, we have the longer pegs that are embedded right in the ice, but it happens quite often in European hockey. In fact, a lot of European goaltenders are accused of every once in a while giving it a little extra shove when the play gets too hot around their own crease.
Say it ain't so. They get the shoulder under it a little bit sometimes. And they're going to toss both Trottier and Coquerement out of the face-off circle, and it'll be Clark Gillies facing off against Yissil Lala. Fine young players, Lala. The puck against the boards. He hooked it, but he couldn't get it in. The puck is cleared out to center ice. Bossy stops. Now picks it up, gets some momentum, gives to Trottier. Trottier over the line. He's got Gillies going for the net. Gillies heading behind the net now, and Bossy's got it. Bossy trying to get it around the boards, but coming right back out to center ice is Coquerement. Coquerement trying to beat it in to Lala. Lala spun around on the play. Hartsburg. There's going to be a delayed offside on the play, but the puck is cleared out now, and Bork has got it to the line. He flips it in. He'll chase in after it himself. Bork, Perro moving in. The puck in the corner for Cudlitz. He shoots it to center ice. Turning is Hartsburg. Flipping it right back in again. Hajdusek behind the net. Slammed in against the boards by Gretzky. Puck is behind the net. Gretzky there, but he's being checked by Hajdusek. Cudlitz there as well. Perro takes it out, Lafleur, but he couldn't get to his backhand on it, and it's cleared down the ice. They take the pressure off with the icing. Back to get it will be Bork. 5:24 gone in the second period. Canada leading 3-2.
Well, again, Canadian fans don't appreciate that deliberate icing at that point, but you know what's happening here with a bench on either side. Both teams have the difficult changes here with the pace being very fast. You don't want to get caught out there with your troops too tired, and you've got the longest way to come to your bench to get a change on the fly. So if you can't get that change, ice the puck and get fresh troops on the ice.
Well, I'll tell you something. The Gretzky line looks a lot different in this period than it did in the first period. They have been much more authoritative out there. But right now it's Novi who has the puck. Speaking of authoritative players, over the line, tied up. Puck is batted away by Robinson. The shot from the point, deflected twice in front of the net. Great save, Liut. Cleared in against the boards, out to center ice. Gretzky has it to Perro. Perro couldn't control it. Richter comes right back in again. Richter over to the far side, tried to clear it in front. Robinson's there. It's cleared to the side of the net and to the boards on this side. Chipped away by Lafleur. Into the corner, Engblom's after it. Engblom being checked by Richter. Novi, he's spun around by Lafleur. Robinson moves in. He's checked by Novi. They cleared it to the side of the net. It's shoveled away by Liut. Robinson holding it there. He's tied up. It's poked away by Richter behind the net. Perro doing a good job of checking behind the net. They double team him finally. And Gretzky comes away with the puck ahead to Lafleur. And it's chopped up over the glass and called for a face-off.
That's what we mean about the Czechoslovakian forecheckers. When you see people like Larry Robinson having to work hard to try to make that pass and just being smothered almost by one and two Czechoslovakian players buzzing around them, strong, trying to force them off the puck, you know that they've got great forecheckers.
Ron Duguay of the New York Rangers. See him as he's playing right wing right now with Goring. Waiting for the extra man, Gainey, to come out. Or correction on the Team Canada goal coming out. It'll be Dion, as we thought it should be. Puck is cleared out. Here's Duguay out at center ice. Now Duguay giving it to Gainey, but he kind of passed it to him in close quarters. He couldn't get his stick shortened up to take the pass. Back in the Team Canada zone. Cleared but not out. Duguay has to circle back. It's backhanded. by Chernik. Wide of the net. Beck along the boards. Duguay trying to get loose. Look at the pressure the Czechs are putting on Team Canada. Corbala. Now here comes Duguay along with Gainey. A couple of great skaters now at center ice. Here's Gainey over the line. Catching up is Goring. The shot is around the boards. Moving in his Potvin. He clears it into the corner. Czechoslovakia takes over as Heiderschek. Clears it to the blue line. Not out. Goring throws a check out there. There goes one of the Czechoslovakian players, Chernik, down. He was tripped on the play, and there'll be a penalty handed out to Team Canada.
Hooking is the call by the referee, Olsen.
So Bob Gainey goes off. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Want to come to the Canada Cup with me? I'm Paul Henderson, and this could be your ticket. Every weekend from now until September 11th, provincial lottery players in Ontario get a bonus chance at an all-expense-paid weekend for two at the championship final in Montreal. It's an instant prize that you can find inside your provincial ticket pouch, and there's 50 of them. I know how exciting a cup final can be, so come to the Canada Cup with me. And I'm bringing my skates, just in case.
You love Fridays!
Bob Gainey goes off for hooking at 7:04. Canada leading 3-2, but playing a man short. Trottier, Potvin, Middleton, Beck, the penalty killers. Pozar on the left wing, on a line centered out there by Rushnak. Dvorak back there to pick it up now. He's with Halupa. Pashek behind the net. Check thrown by Trottier. Here comes Czechoslovakia with Pashek on the right side. At center ice, he clears it over the line for Pozar. Pozar clears it to the right side. It flipped it high, and Pashek took that one, I think, off his face. And the puck comes down the ice into the Czechoslovakian zone. Now again, Czechoslovakia organizing. They have a great skating hockey team as Rushnak shoots it in. Out of the net, Liuk. Clear to the side, Middleton. Middleton trying to poke it. He gets it out over the blue line. 40 seconds gone in the penalty. Dvorak backing into his own zone. Dvorak behind the net, holding up now with Duguay forechecking. He just leaves it behind the net. And starting out for Czechoslovakia will be Jindřich Kokreman. Kokreman to Dvorak. Dvorak at center ice shooting it in now. Beck racing after it. He bangs it off the glass and it goes up into the crowd. We'll have a face-off in Team Canada territory with 55 seconds remaining in the Gainey penalty. There you see Bob Gainey in the penalty box. I guess an indication of the type of play. When you see a Bob Gainey pick up a holding or a tripping penalty, that means they're getting around him and they're skating so well in this game. You had to pull him down. Bob doesn't get that many of that type of penalty.
No, he's a good defensive hockey, an excellent defensive hockey player, and he's not a player that gets very many minutes in penalties. And of course, if you're coaching a hockey club, you like those guys because when you need the defense, they're not sitting in the box.
That's right. Best penalty killers on the team. Not available at this moment. Well, they kicked Kokreman out of the face-off circle along with Goring. Lala will take the draw against Duguay from the face-off. And against the boards, Hartsburg. Hartsburg having trouble, now circles through the legs of Robinson and rattles it along the glass and down the ice. As fanning it at the point was Heiderschek. Kudletz back in his own zone now. Kudletz into the corner. Kokreman. Kokreman behind the net. Stops with the forechecking of Goring. The lead pass at center ice for Lala. Lala over the line. Robinson behind the net. Bats it around the glass. Nobody at the point. Good play by Robinson as he picked the hole. Just outmaneuvered Heiderschek, who should have been playing the point, but had moved over expecting the play to go the other way. Robinson, again, in his own zone. Flips it straight up ice, out at center ice. Coming through was Bossy, but he couldn't knock it down. Kadlec has got it. 10 seconds left in the power play advantage for Czechoslovakia. Richter is number 12. At center ice for Kadlec. Kadlec to the line. There's the shot. Off the blocking glove of Liut. And it's fired down the ice. Gainey's out of the box. This will be a shot on goal. No icing. Gainey heads for the bench. The penalty has been killed. Svoboda off the boards. Robinson. Robinson, rink wide, knocking it down as Gillies, winding up the shot, the loose puck, and moving in was Bossy. Now coming away for Czechoslovakia is Richter. Richter trying to get through the legs of Beck. He made a good move, but then couldn't control the puck, but Bossy's there. Bossy, Gillies. Gillies, oh, great defensive play by Svoboda. On on the boards on the far side. It's Orshava. Orshava coming back, winds up the shot, cleared into the corner. Beck is there, being ridden in against the boards with Novi. He holds on. There will be a face-off with 9:50 gone in the second period.
You think these hockey clubs have pulled out all stops? It's going end-to-end, and the fans very appreciative of the pace. Very, very fast pace in the hockey game. Everybody just going all out.
Well, you see Milan Novi, who plays with Kladno in Czechoslovakia, one of the all-time great international centers. Underrated because I guess he doesn't play with the Soviet Union. The Soviets seem to get all the attention. Remember back in 1972 in the very first NHL series against the Soviet Union, everybody forgot that the defending world champions at that time were Czechoslovakia, not the Soviet Union. Middleton over the line. Here's the shot. It's right on. Lang kicks it behind the net. Out to the point it comes, went right by Beck. Potvin will race back after it along with Chernik. Number 14, Beck running some interference back there. Potvin off the boards for Middleton, who leaves it for Dion. Dion down the right side, tied up as he tried to hit the line. Middleton shoots it over for Potvin. He's over the line. Potvin, Middleton, clears it in front, and the shot by Guerra is over top of the net. Out in front again, and it's golfed down the ice. And the pressure taken off by Czechoslovakia. As Beck goes back to get it, it'll be called for icing. So it's 3-2, Canada leading Czechoslovakia. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Jump in, take us way up high. Lie back, see the world go by. A kaleidoscope of color. It's a dance across the sky. There we caught you smiling.
Gretzky line out there. Perreault along with Lafleur, the point man. Cork, Hartsburg. Gretzky facing off, gets the draw. Lafleur, and his shot is blocked at the defense. Goes right up as he wound up. Pozar at center ice. Pozar working to the line. Good check made there at the defense by Hartsburg. Back to get it. Dvorak in his own zone. Halupa on the far side. The check made by Lafleur. Good effort. The puck comes in. Lafleur made that play happen. Now Dvorak coming out of his zone. Feeds it out to center ice for Paschak. He's down over the line. The drop pass cleared into the slot. They get set a shot. It's loose in front of the net, and Team Canada comes away with it. Gretzky at center ice with Bourque. Gretzky's over the line. Bourque is breaking. He gets the pass in front for Lafleur. And Lafleur couldn't put his stick to it. Now Perreault comes across. Paschak just ducked away from that check. Puck is cleared back in. A delayed offside. As bringing it to center ice will be Halupa. Halupa cutting across ice with Perreault right on top of him. Halupa is jammed in against the board. Now straight ahead. Over the line, Gretzky. He dropped it back. It was intended there for Hartsburg. He's got the puck now. Hartsburg turning, feeding it off the boards. He's tied up by Pozar, but there's Duguay. He shoots it in. Digging in is Gainey. Alone in front of the net is Goring. He takes it behind. It goes around and up to the point. Czechoslovakia again. Check thrown by Duguay. Englo tried to clear it in. Duguay will try. And it's cleared into the corner. Halupa back there. Halupa straight ahead. Stopped by Robinson at the point. Back out to center ice. It went right behind Kokreman. Now here's Duguay. Backhanding it in. Dvorak behind the net. Gainey's there. Watch out for the collision. Halupa. Now out at center ice for Panichka. Panichka tried to drop it through Kokreman. Kokreman had to go through his skates. Kadlec at center ice. The crowd is really excited here as they're seeing some of the best hockey you're likely to see anywhere as icing is called. And it'll be brought back into the Czechoslovakian zone for the face-off. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Många av våra bästa ishockeyspelare här i Kanada, de får bra betalt. När jag fick ett erbjudande att komma hit sa jag att jag skulle stanna endast en kort tid och att jag skulle spela för Peanuts, Planters Peanuts. För de är så goda, smakar suveränt och framförallt, de är så färska. Visst är det trevligt här i Kanada, men nu när vi har våra Planters tycker jag vi ska fundera på att dra oss hemåt innan de långa svenska vinternätterna sätter in.
Gauthier to face off against Novi. Czechoslovakian territory. be out there with Dudacek and Richter from the face-off. Trottier trying to get loose behind the centerman of Czechoslovakia. The puck is still loose inside the zone as Richter goes down. Back to the point, and the quick shot taken from the point by Beck. Kept in by Potvin. He wheels and fires. It's Bossy on the far side. Out in front, Gillies took a shot, and it was blocked by Horsheva. Now on the far side, behind the net. Bossy out in front. Richter intercepted. Out at center ice, Beck. Potvin shooting it back in again. It's gloved by Lang. He leaves it. It's passed right onto the stick of Gillies. Now here comes Czechoslovakia at center ice. Leading the rush is Dudacek. Oh, he slammed it against the boards by Beck. Now against the boards on this side, Potvin. Beck ahead. Trottier ahead for Gillies. He could knock it down. Going back for it is Svoboda. He golfs it off the boards. Out at center ice, Marcel Dion. Dion clearing it to the line, and it hopped over the glass. Another face-off with 6:37 remaining in the second period. Canada leading by 1, 3-2.
Both teams are making frequent changes here because of the pace. They're not leaving it out too long, 35, 40 seconds. Scotty Bowman, Al McNeil making sure that they don't have any tired hockey players out there so that they can contend with the type of hockey game this is tonight.
What type of hockey game is it? Incredible. We're really seeing something here tonight. Something very special. Crawl down the line now. He gets hooked as he hit the line by Bork. Chernik into the corner. Now Gare had trouble with the referee. Now clears it out over center ice. Dion racing down. Lang is going to have to come out and touch it. Flips it into the corner. And Dion is rubbed up against the boards. Hadushek coming out at center ice. Intercepted by Dion. Gives it the middle of the net for Gare. Gare over the line, but coming across was Chernik to make a good check on the play. Korbela over the line. Kral takes a shot, and it's wide of the net. Kral against the far boards now. He's checked. Hartsburg gets it along the boards, out to Gare. Gare leading the rush himself at center ice, shoots it in. It's cleared straight back up by the goaltender. Heidushek's got it. To Kral at center ice. Kral checked from behind by Gretzky. Still has that puck. Comes over the line, bounces it in on Liut. He goes behind the net, and Bork has got it. To Robinson. Ahead. Perreault at center ice. Perreault to the line. What a move. The shot. He hit the post. Gilbert Perreault hit the post. Tremendous move and rush by Perreault, and it finished with a post. Gretzky. Perreault against the board. Perreault over to the side for Lafleur. He winds up. The shot is right on. There's Perreault again. Back to Lafleur. Lafleur trying to get set. Lafleur into Perreault behind the net. Gretzky out in front. Lafleur said he shoots right on. Czechoslovakia coming away. At center ice, Dvorak. Up to Pozar. He's over the line. Pozar being tied up. The loose puck inside the zone. Gainey comes back. It's flipped to Lafleur. Lafleur trying to dig it out. He clears it out. And down to Gretzky. Gretzky racing after it. Gretzky touches it. No icing. Gainey's in front. So it's Duguay, and Duguay couldn't reach it. Now it is Rusnak. Shoots it down into the Team Canada zone. Goodness gracious. Straight up to center ice, and here comes Gainey. Over the line. Gainey into the corner. Gainey in front. It's deflected wide of the net as he tried to find Goring. Now against the board. Out at center ice for Duguay. Back to Beck. Beck crossing center ice, shoots it back in again. And a whistle goes. And I don't know what that is for. We're going to take a break and we'll let you know. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Second by second, hour by hour, day by day, when you save at the Continental Bank, time is on your side. Because whatever type of savings account you choose, you'll earn interest on all your money every day. And no other bank can say that. Continental Bank of Canada. Bankers in action.
Face off at center ice. Team Canada and Czechoslovakia, and I'm sure it was equal. Just got a standing ovation here in the Winnipeg Arena. What a show these two teams are putting on. It's from the far side now. Codletz crosses center ice, shoots it in. Against the boards, Potvin digging it out. Bossy, he's checked on the play. Here's the shot bouncing in there, loose in front. Taking a whack at it was Kokerman, but Liut was right there. They jam it in the corner. Potvin's there along with Panichka. And we'll have a face-off in the Team Canada zone.
Gilbert Perreault almost put Team Canada a few moments ago ahead, 4-2. Just a great play. Here's the Team Czechoslovakia coming back. Kokerman just off the edge of the net, trying to scoop that puck under Mike Liut. Very close call in front of the Team Canada net.
Never see Liut down, though. That's the one thing you notice about the way he plays. He was right on top of that puck all the way. Now the puck is cleared right onto the stick here of Panichka. He gets set, the shot, it's blocked. Now coming out, Canada, Trottier, and he gloved it to Potvin. That's the reason for the whistle, so there'll be a face-off inside Team Canada line. There's Denny Potvin, playing a bit hurt. Get a chance here to see the action.
When the puck goes to the point, Mike Liut, the only time you do see him down is when he's tripped by his own defenseman, Barry Beck, inadvertently turning for that shot coming from the point, upset him. That's the only time Mike Liut has been down today, because he stood his ground very well on a lot of those shots that are from the outside.
3-2, Canada leading. Goals for Canada by Sion, Bossy, and Goring. Czechoslovakia led 2-0 early in this game on goals by Dudacek and Kral. Puck has been in the corner by Bork, and another face-off with Novi right there, number 6. Raymond Bork, Rookie of the Year in the National Hockey League with the Boston Bruins. Impressed everybody here. Had a very young defense, basically, for Team Canada. But they can move the puck. Puck is out to the blue line. There's the shot from the point. It's off the stick of Bork and into the corner. Novi's back there for it. Novi trying to get it in front for Richter. Dudacek, he takes a shot. It's behind the net. Gare. Flipping it to the blue line to center ice. Orshava trying to get set. Gets it over to Dudacek, but then he's checked by Gare, and the long lead pass for Sion just popped over his stick, and Richter's got it. Moving up to Svoboda. Svoboda to the line. The shot, and it's wide of the net, and Bork's got it in the corner. Ahead at center ice for Gare. For Middleton to Dion. Dion had trouble controlling it. Gets set, and the shot just missed the far post. Hartsburg. Middleton. Back to Hartsburg, off the boards. Svoboda, he shoots it in. Pops off the backboards and comes right out. Bork, a long lead pass for Middleton off his skates and down into the zone. Canada changing on the go as Middleton goes in deep. Duguay's there, and he'll track it down at center ice. Duguay, deep in his own zone, overskated it momentarily. Stands in there now. Don't let those guys get it in forecheck. He's dumped on the play, no penalty. Robinson, fans calling for one. Cleared along the boards. Hajusek is cleared outside the line now. Chernik over for it. To Kudlets. Chernik straight up the middle to the line. Fakes the shot, drops it. And then backhand shot taken there by Korbela. Off the boards, Gainey. Oh, what a collision at the blue line. And the puck went free out to center ice. Hajusek, both up and both skating. Good, hard collision at the line. Canada is leading 3-2, 1:54 left in the period. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Find someone to look after your investments, John?
Yes, Pitfield Mackay Ross did an outstanding job. First, they did an in-depth review of my finances. Then they laid out a portfolio that's just right for my needs. And they follow up, make sure it's always up to date. But you must have heard of Pitfield.
I've done business with Pitfield Mackay Ross for years. They've got the right people in the right places.
The right people. That's Pitfield Mackay Ross.
Pitfield Mackay Ross. Choosing us could be your most important investment decision.
Well, Wayne Gretzky's out there along with Perreault.
Cadlet's just pressing down. That's part of the forechecking unit. The defenseman likes to come off that blue line, and Bob Gainey trying to take that pass off the boards. Defenseman pressing down, had a good shot at him. Maybe a little bit of a charge there.
Gretzky, Perreault, what a period Perreault's had, what a period this line has had. They've been dangerous after a very quiet first period. Gretzky behind the net, kicks it to Lafleur. Lafleur spun around on the play. He goes down on the checking by Pozar. Puck is underneath him, and it'll be called for a face-off to the right of the Czechoslovakian goal. No penalty on the play. Fans thought there should be. I didn't think there should be. Both going for the puck.
Hudson's Bay rules right now.
Yeah. 3-2 hockey game. Canada leading. Gretzky behind the net now. They jam in there. Halupa is all alone. Now it's kicked away. Out in front, trying to pick it out of the air with Perreault. He was spun around alertly by Dvorak. And Lang comes out of the net and holds it away out there. And he's going to get a penalty. Lang is going to get a penalty. You mentioned it in the first period, Tom. this time they nailed him on it.
Deservedly so. I mean, there was no reason to kill the play at that point. He could have cleared it easily to his defensemen who were standing by. He deliberately killed the puck, forced the face-off, and unduly delayed the hockey game, and he should be giving the penalty. This is accepted more in Europe than it is. You see the puck coming loose in front. There is really no threat to him. He's got a defenseman right beside him, another one in front of him, another behind him, three of them all around. He can flick the puck to either of them. He chooses not to, slows the play down, delay of game.
Guy Lafleur just backed away from it. He's almost asking him to call the penalty. All right, power play. Robinson and Potvin on the point. The Gretzky line remains out there. The penalty killers for Czechoslovakia. Kokermet will take the draw. Also there is Hajdúšek. Vanička, number 17, also out there. Pozar is going to serve the penalty. Number 23 for Czechoslovakia. There he goes into the penalty box, kind of shaking his head. Tough time to take a penalty. Canada scored in the final minute of the last period. What a time to get a 2-goal lead. Back to the point it comes now as Robinson gives to Potvin. Potvin backing up to the line, clears it over to the far side, hopped over Gretzky's stick. He's behind the net. Chopped away from him by Kadlec. Robinson moves in, and it's flipped up into the penalty timekeeper's bench, or Team Canada's bench, and it's called for that. And there'll be a face-off to the right of goaltender Karl Lang in the Czechoslovakian zone. 1:20 left in the period, 1:50 left in the power play advantage. So barring a goal, it would carry over into the next period. 20 seconds into the next period. I guess we should make that 30 seconds. Now, they move Vanička in there to take the draw against Gretzky. Gretzky dives, kind of throws the puck out to the point. Robinson back into Gretzky now. Gretzky, great playmaker, out to Potvin. Potvin getting set. There's the shot. It's right on. The rebound came straight out. Kadlec was there, and he cleared it down the ice. Liut please for Robinson. Robinson threw it away. Here's Kokerman getting set, and it comes right back out to center ice. And there is Horshova shooting it in. Offside with a player trapped, and with less than a minute remaining in the period, now actually 58 seconds, the face-off will come outside Team Canada's blue line. And Team Canada makes a change as the Trottier line comes out. Robinson and Potvin remain. Toby Richter, along with Svoboda and Horshova as penalty killers. Svoboda is number 15 over on the far boards. He shoots it in. Liut has it hopped up over the glass, or wedged into something. And it'll be held there. All right, we've got the second intermission coming up, and here's Bernie Pascal.
Right, Ron, coming up in the next intermission, we'll have an interview with NHL referee Andy Van Hellemond. We'll have highlights of Sweden's 5-0 victory over Finland here at Winnipeg Arena this afternoon, and Eddie Westfall with second period highlights of this game.
All right, Bernie, from the face-off now. Canada still on the power play. Cleared away behind Robinson, but right there is Trottier. Now forechecking intense by Czechoslovakia. The lead passes to Bossy. Bossy trying to chop it in over the line. Horshova knocks it out to center ice. Trottier to Gillies. Gillies over the line. Bossy. Bossy trying to set it up in front of the net for Gillies. It's intercepted by Nova. Here's Gillies. Gillies couldn't turn around, so he tried to get it back to the point man, and it was intercepted. Robinson with 19 seconds left in the period, behind his own net, ahead for Gillies. That lead pass now to Bossy. Bossy coming down with Trottier. Bossy getting set. Trottier breaking in, and it's deflected up into the glass behind the net. Hard check thrown by Robinson. Out in front, they get in front now, and Trottier didn't see the pass. As the horn goes to end a tremendous second period of action. Canada scored the only goal, and they have a 3-2 lead after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with the second intermission in a moment.
Prestone 2 will show you what happens inside your radiator if your antifreeze is weak and neglected. Look, after only 9,000 miles, rust, corrosion, continued neglect can clog passages, causing costly damage. But look at this radiator. After 9,000 miles of Prestone 2, total protection, a real difference. Prestone 2's patented silicone silicate formula bonds to all metals, including aluminum, to lock out corrosion. Tested, proven protection. Get Prestone 2, the corrosion fighter.
It's an evening of magic and fantasy. As magician and singer Sherry Lewis and her assistant, the amazing Lamb Chop, host the CTV special Magic. It's an hour full of surprises. Saturday, September 12th on CTV.
Sunday, September 13th, Terry Fox Day is almost upon us. I'm Harvey Kirk, reminding you that if you haven't already become involved, it's not too late.
Everyone loves the circus. From the acrobatic acts to the monkeys. This season, CTV will continue to bring you all the excitement and daring feats from Center Ring and from Center Ice.